Good foggy Saturday, everybody. We currently have 53 degrees, 12 degrees Celsius, and it is full fog coverage. I was watching back the nightcap on the iPhone 12 and saw the fog and looked out and like, oh man, but I gotta go in at 10 and it is already going for 8 o'clock. So I gotta do puppy walks, get a shower, and go to work. So unfortunately, no river today. Let's hope Monday. Let's hope Monday morning we can get out and see the Foggy River. I just think it'd be cool to see. Good morning, everybody. Oh man, last night was not the best of nights in the world. It looked like it was gonna go okay, but like I mentioned, I did have our newest associate who has never closed, which I was told she had before. She knew what she was supposed to do, and that was a lie. She did not. So that was frustrating. I'm not going to lie at all. But we got out of there 20 minutes to 9. Store probably doesn't look great, but we had a very big day because it was EBT version day 2, week 2 yesterday. So we got pretty hammered last night and yesterday. So don't get me wrong, other people did, and I did have a personal 6 o'clock. They kind of boxed. We need to have a boxing class next meeting we have, because when one person is doing it the right way and everybody else is doing it the half-ass way, that one person does the right way comes in and has to clean up days and days worth of destroyed store. And it's annoying. It really is. And it takes more time. So back to the whole phone situation. This is very interesting. It just dawned on me because I've been running it through. I ran it through Best Buy, ran it through Verizon, numerous different ways. One of the biggest problems is at this point, a lot of the phones are not available at launch anymore on pre-order. The 512 17 Pro Max in silver is not available until October now already. So, and this is where I used to, I'd get the 1 terabyte and it would be, I'd get it right away because it's not the normal size that people would buy. So that's a problem I'm going to run into. But here's the thing. If I go with just the standard Pro, I have to change my plan. If I go with the Pro Max, I do not have to change my Verizon plan, which I think is a bunch of shit. Because if I remember correctly, all the perks I have on my account are a separate addition, whereas my plan actually came with a whole bunch of things built in, because it's an older plan. It was when they first started, like all the Apple stuff. It's mainly an Apple One and all that stuff where I get extra storage and all that. So, all right, enough of that for a second. Let's take a quick gander at color. We are starting to see some. I noticed it when I was editing just now. Now, not so much this side, but I want to kind of get this guy over here. Now, the fog and the bright sky is probably going to blow it out a little bit, but he is starting to switch over. So, definitely got to keep a close eye on one of my favorite trees here, because this one does change over. Of course, right behind it is my maple tree. So, we are starting to see some colors. But when I was standing here, I think with the sun, I could see some of the leaves. I see them somewhat with my eyes. Probably can't see them in this lighting right now. Of course, the tree that's all the way behind this big pine tree, that one's one of the latest ones normally to change over. The birch trees are actually holding on pretty good this year, because normally they've lost all their leaves in July. So they're doing pretty good this year. So come on, we're walking. Come on, you're not done. You're going for a full lap, dude. Yes, you are. Full lap. The Shumac's even holding on. Got a little bit on a corner there. That'll change into a bright orange here very soon. I've actually seen them along the highway, and it's like, why is it so colorful? And yeah, they get like this down here. It's just, I know it's a poisonous bush, which I really need to come down and cut him off because he's getting big. He has grown exponentially here over the last few weeks. So trim him up. Gotta do that here, because he's starting to get into the pathway, and with him being a poisonous tree, I'll hack him off. Maybe I'll get a little bit of Clorox I bought and pour it on his roots to make sure he doesn't come back. You want to poison Shumac? Cut it off and spray right inside it with direct, just flat out, straight up Clorox. It just turns black. Now it might sprout branches from somewhere else, but it's not going to from that particular spot again. It ain't gonna grow back. So, and this is another one I need to kind of clear up because he's starting to catch my head. Maybe Monday will come down. And Mr. Baker just gave me the bad news is that on Sunday the 21st, my day off, is the next time that they're calling for any type of rain. So, which, you know, that's fine. We'll have a rainy vlog maybe, which would be kind of neat. Something different. Seems to be your boggle here this morning, Boo. You're going for a full lap. Yeah, that would be an absolutely awesome river walk right now. I am so bummed that I have to go in so many hours early because we would have jumped in the car and gone. But if I would have gotten up at 5 o'clock like I said I was going to, probably could have, but I felt like getting more sleep for a 10-hour day was more important. 10 and a half, whatever you want to call it. I am noticing with these chilled mornings, we're getting some dew. Grass is wet, so some of the color is actually coming back in some of the goldenrod. I believe that's what this is. Even over here, it's quite vibrant. Ooh, some purple flowers. As long as you stay, this thing does have autofocus, unlike the Action. So, but I don't think it has a macro. Even though it's a 20 millimeter, you will run out of focus eventually, I believe. I don't know if I can tap to focus on that. It tapped it out of focus. Well, okay, it came back. I'm curious to see how that looks. I'm about 3 inches away. And it refocused. Okay, so the autofocus is definitely working. I turned off the breathing feature that they added. I think that way it doesn't like sit here and go in and out, in and out. Yeah, I'm just looking for content and color. And I'm seeing bright yellow. I'm like, okay, hey, we'll take what we can get. Ooh, we got some color up here, Boo. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It almost looks like a downed branch. Oh, geez. Mr. Tree, you're gonna fall one day. I just fell in that, came off the stump and fell in the hole. But that is definitely coming out of the ground more and more. I don't even know if that's in the ground. I think that might just be a dead branch. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But it's all grown back up where I ran in there with my hedge trimmer that time to get the poop bags out. Yeah, that birch tree right there, they just need to cut him down because he's done. But he is, look at all the mushrooms on him. I'm guessing that means he's infected. I'm not sure, but he's got them all going up that tree. This one here has been here for like ever. But these new white ones, they're fresh. Not sure from the distance if it's going to show up, but got some yellow in the tree up there. Hard to tell with this, like I said, this small screen. Usually when I get it in editing, it's like, oh, I did get that. It's hard to tell I got it though on the tinier screen. But it's where the iPhone really does, for filming wise, you can definitely see what you're getting. Of course, this maple tree, they kind of stay a color, but they're pretty soon they'll start losing their leaves. There used to be, I always thought they were tiger lilies back in here, and they have disappeared. I don't know how, but they were so pretty and bright orange. We don't get them anymore though. Wow, this mowing team is actually trimming around the edge of the wall and around the corner down here. Jeez, looks so much better. This guy here is such a hard one because, like I've mentioned before, that one's got the big tree behind it, so you have like a dark subject behind it to pop the color. This one here is just out in the open, but the light behind it just messes up the coloring of it. Well, Birch is getting some color in his leaves. Alrighty, we're back. This time with the Basset Hound. Little man and I took a full lap, did some photography with the iPhone. Part of it was for Mr. Baker, and part of it was, well, all of it was for Mr. Baker, comparing the Project Indigo versus the native camera app. And I think he's right. I think the native camera app actually does do better even at 10x. It's just a pain in the ass to get it exactly at 10x. We'll be curious to see down the road when we do eventually get a 17 what the difference is in the lenses. I'm gonna have to do a camera test. First of all, got to get one. Second of all, that'll be prior to Brian getting the other phone. So, and there is another test that I do plan on doing, possibly Monday, because as you might have noticed, I've been kind of pulling the iPhone out here and there randomly more often, especially now that we have dark later in the mornings and earlier at night, having the flash. I do have a case that actually holds the Pocket 3 and the iPhone, and it's not going to be a severely long test because it's a total pain in the ass to run them both, but and to stack it and editing and all that good stuff. But I think I'm going to do a side-by-side with the Pocket 3 and the iPhone 16 Pro Max, because I feel like the Pocket 3 is just a lot crisper. With the 1-inch sensor dedicated, honestly, it should be. So that may be coming up here. Obviously open tomorrow after closing a long shift today, so I don't see me wanting to do a whole lot tomorrow afternoon, but you never know. I don't know what the hell I work till tomorrow. I gotta look. Oh yes, what do you think, princess? Okay, so that's a test I have never done in my life. So just for fun with that tree, I did a 0.5. Basically we were standing right underneath it. 1x, I'm basically standing right against the plastic barrier there. 2x, I'm standing back closer to in here, and 5x, I'm all the way back by the building here to get the whole tree in frame. That is insane. That definitely gives you an idea of the difference. So from right underneath the tree, like, let me see here if I can put my finger on it, like right underneath, back a couple steps, to back a couple more steps, to back a ton of steps. Alrighty, well, iPhone it is. I didn't grab anything else. I wasn't really planning on filming a clip. So I think the biggest thing I wanted to get out of this Apple event the entire time was the AirPods 3, if in fact they release new ones. Even though I shouldn't have, yes. Pre-ordered them with Best Buy, mainly because I had $20 in coupons to save. So I got them for, like, with taxes and everything, and they're being shipped to me, $243. Like I said, my AirPod Pro 2s are Lightning generation. So I don't know how, I think that makes them like 4 years old. There's certain products that I just don't feel like upgrading every year. The phones is a different story, but the reason I kind of recorded this clip is I'm really curious to see what Center Stage does for using the front camera more, because I feel like if it's like the iPad, as far as I know, when you're using it, it can actually follow you because it's using a square sensor, so it gives you more flexibility, I think. I don't know if that's going to be the case with the iPhone, and I wondered why it wasn't on the iPhone way sooner than now, since FaceTime has been one of the biggest things, and it really works best with an iPad. So, I don't know. Then I thought, you know what, we'll give this foliage another shot here, a little bit different timing, light-wise, because yesterday was a little overblown. way home, this damaged car right here was sitting there. I'm like, boy, that is a really dumb spot. Yep, sure was. He got whaled. That car is totaled. Oh, this will be a good test. The front camera in the car. Yeah, I'm gonna set this thing up. The problem is I don't know how close the 17 and the 16 are, if my cage will work, but my cage does not have anything on the back of it, so it's not like the camera module is going to be a problem. Is the phone dimensions the same? But that's down the road. We have to be able to afford to get one yet. We got a little bit of rain going on right now, so the Nightcap app has been going since this morning with the fog. I figured, you know what, we're just going to let this thing run and see what happens and go from there. But now we got a cloudy, rainy night, so it could be interesting. Who knows if it picks it up? But see the fog burn off, and honestly, since I go in at 6 a.m., it'll still be slightly dark, so I probably won't even bother turning it off until who knows when. It'll be running for days. We'll give that 12 a good test for its money. Alrighty, well, it's 8:37. Gonna get puppies out and get this, you know what? Let's see the puppies. Home sweet home with the barking puppies. Oh man, it's still drizzling a little bit. Nothing major though. We need it to start. I was just kind of hoping it wouldn't be like a torrential downpour since I have the upstairs window wide open for the camera to be filming. So it looks like it's way over brightened tonight. I don't know. We'll see how it comes out. Of course, running it all day long. Okay, what are we doing? You just gonna pull me to a dead stop? I'm trying to walk you. I'm not walking any further. I'm sniffing this piece of grass. All right, little man's turn. Yeah, she shows up so much better in the night. His colors just don't pop. Come on. He needs more weight. He's turning there, and he's limping. Come on, let's go. Get moving. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it. Go potties. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Stay safe.